The free Photoshop course that you're about to watch is just a small part of our Adobe Graphics full course bundle. So if you also want to master Adobe Illustrator with my teaching style and also be able to acquire your certificate of completion, you can tap the first link in the description right now and get your access with a fraction of cost. Also mentionable that this course is brought up to you by the Takeoff College, the smartest alternative currently available to the traditional education. With all that being said, I'm very excited to get started, so let's go. Hey everyone, we are getting started with Adobe Photoshop. So, before anything, we should talk about what Adobe Photoshop actually is. So what is Adobe Photoshop? Adobe Photoshop is an editor software, but an editor of pictures and images. And that is what we basically work on and work with in Adobe Photoshop. So a lot of the times these questions come at me that what is Photoshop, and most importantly, what is the difference that Photoshop has with other editing softwares such as Adobe Illustrator, which is also included in the Takeoff College courses. But this question is a very common question, and they ask, why is Adobe Photoshop separated from Illustrator and what is the difference between them? So here we have a very big conceptual and identical difference between these two softwares, and that is that Photoshop is a raster graphics editor. So this is very important. This is a very important concept actually. We have raster graphics and we have vector graphics. So how do they actually work? I said that Photoshop is mainly used for photos and pictures and images. So whenever we have an image, let's go through the details and the identity of an image and how images work. Whenever we have an image, the entire image that we see and we use and we share and whatever is basically something like this. So we have it here. As you see, we are seeing this smiling face. And how images are created is that in images, there is unlimited, actually limited, but I'm talking about, there's lots of them. That's what I mean. But there's limit to them. But we have all these small squares, so there's plenty of them. We have all these very, very small squares that each contain a certain color, and all of them squares coming together will create us a graphic, will create us a design, and this is what we call a raster graphic or a raster design. So this is basically how rasters work. Any image is created out of these squares, and any image that is created out of these squares is called a raster graphic. So there's a very important point about these raster designs, and that is we have limitations. We have sometimes very restrict limitations with their sizing. So whenever we have this very small icon and we want to scale it, we want to make it bigger and bigger and bigger, and for example, print it on an entire A3 paper or something like that, we will have decreases in the quality, as you see. So this is how it will start to actually look like when it is small and we're making it bigger and bigger and bigger. And vice versa. Whenever we have this very big item and we want to make it small, we will have problems with this quality thing. But in vector term, we do not have that, because how vectors work is that they work with math and they work with mathematics, and there's no such square inside them. There actually is when we are exporting the design, but when we are designing it, there's no such thing as sizes or limits or something like that. And vector designs are basically the designs that we want to use in plenty of different sizings. For example, our logo. We may be using a logo inside this fav icon over here. And as well, we may also be using the same logo inside a billboard. You know what I'm saying? So that is the concept that you need to be familiar with. We have more flexibility with quality and sizing and same kind of stuff in Illustrator. I hope that after watching this entire course of Adobe Photoshop, you also be heading over to our Illustrator course inside the Takeoff College. That also is a very useful kind of tutorial to be watching and to be interacting with. So that's basically it. So we have a raster graphics editor over here, probably one of the most famous and one of the most popular ones. As you see, popular editors, industry standard for photography, design, and digital art, Adobe Photoshop. This is how it introduces it, you know. And yes, so we have it. And in order to get started with Adobe Photoshop, as you probably know, first you need to have it installed on your computer. So in order to do that, you can go to adobe.com and the official Photoshop page that Adobe offers. And here you can save 40% on Photoshop for the first 6 months. And as you see, you can see the pricings and see the plans that Adobe offers you. So we have for individuals, students and teachers, and teams, which you can be exploring and navigating through, and eventually choose between them and get your Adobe Photoshop. We skip the installation part as it is very, very easy. It's just a setup file that you open and you click a couple next, and that's it. You wait and your Adobe Photoshop is installed. So we skip that part and we get directly onto our Adobe Photoshop currently 2023, which is installed here, and we are going to get started with it. Okay, so in order to get started with Adobe Photoshop, just like any other software on your computer, you just need to double click on it and wait a little bit, and it will be opened in your computer. So as you see, this is what we got. It says, welcome to Photoshop. And this is the kind of looks that we get over here. So here you'll see a list of those latest projects that you have been working on. By clicking on any, you will be able to open it up and make your edits with and continue actually your previous projects that you've been working on. You also can see a new file over here and the open. So these two buttons are available and very important when we're getting started. But if you didn't see them, because you may be using a different version of Adobe Photoshop and that may not include these two buttons, you also can always access these two buttons, so the new file and the open, through the file tab that we have over here. So we can always come to file new or file open and get the same functionality that we get from these two buttons. So what these buttons do, open is obvious, so you click on it and it will open up a window, an open window and you will be able to navigate through your computer and go find one of the projects that you've been working on, select it and click open. And by clicking new file, you will be able to create an entirely new project. And that's actually what we are going to do right now.